here's the thing. Because the reason why Donald Trump is attacking Harvard and probably going to start attacking other institutions is because he believes, the Trump administration believes, that the kids are getting indoctrinated in college, right? Is that really what it's coming down to? That the extreme liberal ideology is causing big problems in this country, and most of it's happening from the Ivy League schools. So I see it as all the kid wants to do is just, have a little bit more balance and make America great again.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing because our producer Jesse Half a Jew is
Jesse Half a Jew's a 10 out of 10 name. Jesse Half a Jew.
Jesse Half a Jew he's one of those big time Trump support. He knows.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm not saying that. So what's going on there? Tell us exactly what's going on, because my understanding is that he's trying to get rid of the spies. He's trying to end DEI. He's trying to end liberal ideology.
He wants a meritocracy, like you're saying. That's what he's looking for.
But it's not exactly a meritocracy because even if the foreign student is really smart, he wants that to go to an American. So he wants more American. He wants more trade schools.
Right.
His goal is...
Yeah, because he wants a DeVry on every corner.
He wants a DeVry on every corner. He wants kids fucking messing around with screwdrivers.
I get it.
Yeah. And he wants just less... He wants less foreign students and more American students in these institutions, and he wants their ideologies gone. But you made a good point, and you said him and his son Barron could not get into Harvard, so this could just be payback.
That's what some people speculate. A couple of writers, I think Michael Wolff was one of them, was saying that this is all just retribution because he didn't get into Harvard when he was a kid, and Barron didn't get into any Ivy League schools. Nobody knows if Barron ever really even applied. I know the kid Barron's in NYU right now, and he's just a tall kid. He's a tall glass of water.
Yeah, and the good thing about Barron is he listens to these pods. So what's up, Barron?
What's up, Barron?
There's no way in hell that he doesn't listen to this pod.
I'm a fan.
Because that kid told his dad, go on Theo Vaughn. He's the one who told him. Yeah.
So Donnie T, so here's what's going on. Let's just catch up real quick. So there were, in April 2025, so it's about a couple of months ago, the Trump administration froze over $2 billion in federal research grants and contracts to Harvard, citing the university's alleged failure to address anti-Semitism on campus. This move was part of a broader effort to pressure elite institutions to align with his administration's policies. So you can't be an anti-Semite, cuz. You can't be an anti-Semite on campus.
Yeah.
I don't know if Harvard, I mean, Columbia definitely is.
Yeah,
right.
Well, Columbia, they definitely getting the most airtime.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the Seinfeld of anti-war protests.
Yeah, I mean, Columbia is this close from just starting having live beheadings on the campus grounds.
Lat 14.
I mean, cuz you're going to be doing beheadings on the quad.
Because when I see the footage, I'm like, is that the Upper West Side or I'm in the middle of Yemen?
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, cuz, it's
but
not great.
If you go on Hinge and you want to catch a date with a white girl who's got a scarf around her head,
that's
then
what it
Columbia's for you.
I would say, if you're trying to go somewhere and cheat on your wife, then I would go to Columbia University because nobody can identify those girls' faces.
No,
they got scarves on.
They're wrapped up.
They're just wrapped up, cuz. It's Sharia law in Columbia.
Cuz you don't know what's going on. You're like, are they filming The Mummy too?
I have no idea.
They're all wrapped up.
They're wrapped up.
Yeah, cuz.
So we got that, and then we got so he did that, and then there's international student visa restrictions under Secretary Kristi Noem, who's a piece.
She's a piece, and she didn't know what habeas corpus meant.
But that's okay because she's a piece.
That's okay. You're supposed to go pieces aren't supposed to know that.
That's the thing. It's like, for me, it's like if you don't have that much information, it's like that's fun. You just have to be over an 8, and she is over an 8.
Yeah, can we just take a moment to appreciate how funny it was that the Secretary of Homeland Security would ask what habeas corpus is?
Wait, can you go back to that, Jess? Yeah, stay on that one. Yeah.
It was the equivalent of asking me the answer to a trigonometry question.
Yeah.
And she's the Secretary of Homeland Security, and she doesn't know what habeas corpus is. It's just funny where we are.
Well, if you don't know what habeas corpus is, I encourage you to go 2 episodes back on our YouTube and look at our episode of habeas corpus that we did here on the History Hyenas show.
Because everyone knows what habeas corpus is. Especially, you know what? It's funny that she's the Secretary of Homeland Security. All she had to do was Google it once before the hearing.
Yeah.
Because she knew she was going to have a hearing on habeas corpus. She didn't even Google it before the hearing. I would have just Googled it before the hearing. It's funny what we live in right now, because the History Hyenas may win a Nobel Prize. It's very possible.
Because I call that WGC white girl confidence. That's what she has, and I like it. So Kristi Noem, revoked Harvard's certification to enroll international students, which is about 600-800 students, or 27% of the student body, basically no international students. The administration claimed this action was due to Harvard's ties to the Chinese Communist Party and failure to curb anti-Semitic activities. So that's the thing, cuz if you're gonna be mean to Jews and also be a communist, and you just can't come to my school.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Here's the legal challenges. Harvard filed lawsuits against the Trump administration. Good luck. Arguing that funding cuts and visa restrictions were unlawful and politically motivated. A federal judge issued a temporary restraining order blocking the ban on enrolling international students. So, cuz, I got to be honest with you. I mean, that's not going to pass, obviously. I mean, I'm sure the court's going to uphold that. I don't even think Trump thinks that it's going to pass. I think he's just talking about it to cause problems, right?
No, I think he's serious about this.
Yeah.
I think him and Stephen Miller are serious about this, and they're using Harvard as like the big example, right?
If this passes, this is it's going to happen to every school. Then,
yeah,
it's not just going to stop at Harvard.
That's the goal. I think the goal is they want to clean up the universities. They want to get the what they call left-wing ideology out. They want to get all the gender study stuff out. They want to get all the anti-Semitism out. They want to get all that out.
Well, because I mean, but it is, if you do an anti-Semitic poo-poo, you can't have that. So what is the guy supposed to do? What would you do?
I don't know. These kids, they're kids. Their brains aren't developed yet. I look at it like you're protesting on the campus. I understand you're revved up with emotion and stuff like that, but what are you really doing? Like when you're yelling at a Jewish kid who's American or whatever going to class, like, what are you doing? You think
did he throw a bomb at Gaza?
Yeah,
no.
I mean, the kid's just going to class. He's just a Jewish kid.
He's just a Jewish kid.
It's like if something happens in Greece and they get mad at me because I'm walking to class, and I know people will go, "Oh, but they all have the right to return." But this is why people are ignorant. So do I. Yeah, I can go to Greece. Sure. I can get a Greek passport right now. My mother was born in Greece. I could do the same thing that the Jews do. I just choose not to because I live in the greatest country on the planet.
On the planet.
Yeah, and I need to be able to go to a Jimmy John's.
Yeah, it's what it is.
I just need to be close to a Jimmy John's because once in a while I got to go in the program for a fucking Italian combo sandwich.
It's what it is, because you got to just spray down that combo with your Suzuki sauce.
I'm fucking fat again.
You're fat again and you're in the program. That's the good thing about being in the program. There's no weight limit.